Today we're looking at AI versus After Effects. So AI versus AE, to see which one can handle the job better. I come from a long history of using After Effects, and that is my tool of choice. But I see that AI is starting to do a lot of cool stuff. So I decided to use two actual case examples to see which could do the job. The first one we're looking at here is some footage shot by one of my students, and that's the shot there. There's two of them, and it's, you know, SWAT team. They're shooting their guns, and all of the muzzle flashes will be added in post. Now we went ahead and did this in After Effects, but first let's look at what AI could have done or tried to do. Here's the first attempt, and in this one I just imported a still frame, because that's how you do it in Runway in the generation I was using. And here's what it did, and it's doing some cool stuff, but it's also not doing enough because the characters should be moving. The one thing that's doing really well that I like is this, the lighting, the back and forth lighting from the muzzle flashes actually looks really good because you're getting that off and on blinking. The part that it's not doing good is the muzzle flashes themselves. They're just like that. This one's in the wrong place, so it didn't really work. So I took the same shot and I asked it, use the same prompt, except I told it move the characters around, have them moving, and this is what it gave me. I can't even call those muzzle flashes. I don't know why it did that. It's just bright flashlights going off, sort of, but the characters are moving, which is kind of cool. Well, now let's compare that to the After Effects muzzle effect that we put in it, and here is what that looks like. What you have here is, you know, traditional compositing. So in this case, definitely going to be using After Effects over AI at this point. That could change, and that could change already. You know, it could be a different AI could do this really well. But in this case, I would stick with After Effects. The second shot we're going to be looking at was created in AI to begin with, and it's just this shot here. And then we asked it to add flames to the suit. So let's take a look at that. Nope. Which, when I look at that, I'm like not really satisfied with it. The first thing I would criticize is that in this particular instance, the blending mode for the flames is incorrect. You can't see through it. It's not how flames would look like in the daytime. And there's like, you know, a weird straight line at the bottom of the waistcoat, which just doesn't look right. So let's look at versions of this done in After Effects with the exact same shot. Obviously this would be like surrealism. You know, did some other things where we can export this out as on an alpha channel for compositing. That's that at one there, and we end up with, you know, can change the color of the flames if we want to. You know, a couple other things going on here. Where is this one? Oh yeah. So I would say in this case with these two shots that After Effects wins in both of those cases. There were some things that I liked, like the lighting effects in the muzzle flash shot, but I couldn't get that to translate as well as the muzzle flashes. That's going to change, I'm sure. At some point it's going to be easier to do it in AI than it is in After Effects. Again, right now, the great advantage to After Effects is that you have control over everything. You don't have to accept what's happening in After Effects. You can change it. You saw that with the flames on the suit. I could put as many or as little of those. I could change the color of them, add smoke, add heat distortion, all these other things that you can't. It's hard to get AI to do this, and so that's going to change. I'm sure AI is going to get better and better at doing this, and at some point, instead of spending maybe a half an hour to put together those muzzle flashes on the rifles, you'll spend 3 minutes to do it in AI. After making this video, I thought I'd try one more time with Runway. I fed in the videos and told it to add the muzzle flashes instead of using a still image. And here's the results. So again, I think After Effects wins at this point.
America's favorite gelatin dessert.